Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The only person to survive a violent crash Saturday morning northwest of Beersford was in court Tuesday. Hayden Hall is accused of stealing a vehicle after he was involved in a deadly crash that killed 3 others, including his girlfriend. We also learned that a Lincoln County grand jury indicted Hall on felony charges connected to a high-speed chase in November.
The defendant had been indicted this past week on December 6th for 3 counts of felony child abuse and 1 count of aggravated eluding.
Lincoln County State's Attorney Tom Woolman told the judge that Hall posed a potential danger to the public and asked for higher bond. The judge then raised Hall's bond to $20,000 cash only and ordered him into the 24/7 sobriety program. A 3-year-long court case came to a conclusion Tuesday. Lamont Walker will spend the next 50 years in prison after pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter of 22-year-old Savon Karlstrom. Karlstrom's body was discovered burned in a ditch in 2020.
He'd been shot twice in the head and was covered in cuts. Investigators later arrested Lamont Walker at his Sioux Falls home. Police also found the gun, box cutters, and pliers used to kill Karlstrom, along with other evidence in a garbage bag at Walker's home. A Lawrence County jury has convicted a Spearfish man in the 2022 shooting death of his wife. Jurors found Drew Rogers guilty of second-degree murder, 6 drug-related charges, and 5 charges of being a convicted felon in possession of a weapon. Destiny Rogers died January 22, 2022.
Her husband, Drew, was later arrested and charged in the shooting. He will be sentenced in early January. He faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt, expecting warmer temperatures in the days ahead, Scott.
Oh, very mild. Numbers well above average, so probably hitting the 40s for today, a chance for 50-degree weather tomorrow. And for some of us, that may last right into Friday. High of 45 today in Sioux Falls, 42 in Aberdeen, 45 in Pierre, and 46 in Rapid City. Another warm day for tomorrow. And even though temperatures cool this weekend, we'll still be above average. More details on your weekend forecast coming up with Brian.
Thank you, Scott. The Pennington County Sheriff's Department is reminding people to drive sober or get pulled over this holiday season.
Tragically, December can be a dangerous time of year to drive with so many traveling for the holidays. Plus, impaired driving makes things worse.
Some of the drunk drivers that we come in contact with aren't just getting stopped for not using their blinker or rolling through a stop sign. Sometimes they're driving the wrong way down a one-way street. Sometimes they're hopping curbs. So it makes it pretty obvious at times.
Ride-alongs such as Lyft, Uber, and taxis can help, as can having a designated driver when you're out. Friday is a big day for SDSU's football team. The Jacks take on the University of Albany for a chance to play in the FCS National Championship.
While college dorm rooms officially close tonight for the semester, students have the option to stay in the dorms for free through Saturday at noon. The hope is students will stay on campus to cheer on the Jacks.
I think it's a really nice way for students to continue to stay in their rooms, to be on campus, and really have that school spirit.
Students who want to take advantage of the free extended stay have to fill out an application. This time of year, you can find little sprinkles of holiday cheer almost every place you look, including the hospital. For over 60 years now, volunteers at Sanford have handmade these stockings to give to December newborns and their parents for Christmas.
Starting in January, volunteers work all year to make around 250 stockings by the time the holiday season rolls around.
It means a lot that people would take time out of their busy lives to do something like this and bless other people, especially like us. So we just really appreciate the time that they spent doing this. And
Taylor and Jason Sweats of Rock Valley, Iowa, welcomed little Walker into the world at the beginning of the week. They're looking forward to taking him and his stockings home to meet the rest of the family, including his big brother.
Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather update today. Temperatures here warming up. I think 40s are likely for many of us this afternoon. Looks like Sioux Falls 45, Aberdeen 42, mid and upper 40s from Pierre back to close to Rapid City. For the overnight, it looks to be partly cloudy. We'll start off tomorrow. Southerly winds will be increasing. We will certainly notice that in the west here first, and then eventually those winds will increase farther to the east as temperatures rebound into the upper 40s and low 50s. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. But boy, that's very mild for mid-December. How about the forecast for Friday? Probably still pretty mild. We do see a system on the horizon for Friday night and Saturday that'll likely drop our temperatures. But as we look at the 7-day forecast, not a dramatic change in the weather. Maybe some wind there on Saturday morning, but at this point, 40, possibly we go into the upper 30s, and then we're right back into the 40s here for early next week. And in fact, it looks very likely that the scenario probably toward day 7 or leading just after that is going to be just as warm as what we're going to see tomorrow. We're going to have upper 40s and low 50s again. So, yep, just keep watching. Maybe things will change by Christmas, but it's not looking likely here, at least in the 7-day. Aberdeen, it's dry, it's mild, 47 tomorrow, 43 for a temperature on Friday. Anything that does come into that forecast on Friday looks to be very light at this point. Pierre, Central South Dakota, 43 on Friday, but mid-40s for the weekend, and it looks like that opportunity to hit 50 will probably come back. It's just a matter of timing that. Rapid City, well, we've gone 50s for several days in the extended forecast. Check out details online at KEDLAND.com.